Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this Thursday night. Back to you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload, because if you miss it, you're out of luck. And that's all I gotta say about that. So tap the bell, get notified when I do my videos, when I do my live streams. You can come in the chat and have a little chat with me. You can discuss wrestling or whatever the topic is, and I'll shout you out, shout your channel out, and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So subscribe, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to all my other channels as well down below. Friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap the bell. And that's that. Let's do it. All right. On this late Thursday night, September the 17th, 2020, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for September the 16th, 2020 from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. All right, NXT coming off a pretty good show last week, which saw Finn Balor win the NXT World Title from Adam Cole, baby, in that great match on Super Tuesday last week. Actually, was it last week? I forgot. Yeah, I think it was last week. Whatever. We're coming off last week's show, which was a pretty good show. This week, not a bad show per se, but it is what it is. I'll get to the ratings at near the end of the video, and we'll talk about the ratings and all that later. And that's it. So the Wednesday Night War is back. Both shows back on Wednesday night. I thought AEW was going to get preempted this week. Obviously it was not, thanks to the NBA and most of the games ending early. So all that good shit, So that's that. And for the foreseeable future, we're going to get the Wednesday Night Wars every Wednesday night. So, like that. And now with my schedule changing, I'm working 5 days a week now, which fucking sucks. Monday night Raw reviews will come late, usually around 1 o'clock, 1:30 time. Because I don't get home from work till about 11:45, 12 o'clock. I gotta rewatch Raw because I'm obviously at work. I can't really watch most of it, so I'm gonna skim through Raw. I'm gonna watch the beginning segment and then skim through the matches because I don't want to watch the entire match. Just catch some of the highlights, and that's that. And then give you my Raw review on Monday night, and then Wednesday night. I get home about right around 11, and then by the time I finish, I gotta watch AEW, watch a little bit of NXT, and then do the review. So Wednesday you'll get your AEW review, probably around 11, maybe 12 o'clock, depending on how I feel. We'll get that. Thursday you'll get your NXT review since I'm off that day. So you get it maybe a little earlier than today, but you still get your NXT review on Thursday. Friday night SmackDown, I don't get home till about 12:15, so I gotta watch SmackDown. So I have to do the review really late, like 1:30 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. So you get the SmackDown review, and pay-per-view reviews will come late as well, and predictions as well. So the schedule of my videos is gonna change. So it sucks. I gotta work thankfully not 5 straight days. I'll be fucking tired as fuck. But usually Tuesday and Thursday I'm off, so. But I gotta go in tomorrow for my 4-day weekend. Gotta work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but Friday I don't go until late. I don't go until late, and I get out late. But it is what it is. Not a short day. Pretty normal 6-hour day. So I'll be actually 5.5 with my break. So I'm in and out of the store on Friday night, and I come home, watch SmackDown, do the review, go to bed, and then I got to do it all again on Saturday, but a different time. And got to go in earlier on Saturday, and then Sunday go in mid-afternoon, and then Monday mid-afternoon, Wednesday mid-afternoon, and do it all again. The cycle continues, but I'm making more money than I have been making, which is good. Sucks I only have 2 days. I'm only off Tuesday and Thursday. I know. Hopefully we get more people. At my job, so they can take some of the pain off. Maybe, I don't have to. I can go back to working 4 days a week and get my day off that you should be off on Wednesday. I hopefully can get that back, and I just work Friday through Monday, and that's it. But we'll see what happens with that. So it's gonna be a challenge. Like, I'm always up for a challenge, but not liking working 5 days. But the money is gonna be. I'm gonna get a lot of money in my check, and I really need it because I got to pay a lot of bills. The bills coming up. I got the cable bill coming up. I got phone bill coming up. I got the internet bill to pay still. It's got a lot of bills to pay, but we'll see what happens when we get to the end of the year and all that other stuff. That's that. All right, enough about that. We got Slap It Joe in the chat. He says, I haven't been watching WWE for the past few weeks. Online school is too much, and the software we're using is unnecessarily complicated. Well, that sucks for you. So you're in online school. That's pretty good. Not doing face-to-face. Here in the Northeast, some parts of Jersey have started school. New York City starting on Monday with face-to-face learning. Though I don't know if that's going to last that long because of this fucking virus. So they might be doing a half and half. They might be doing in-school learning and remote learning. I really think they should just go with remote learning for the whole school year, so they can save lives and save kids' lives as well. Because God forbid a fucking kindergarten, a little kid in kindergarten gets the fucking virus and gives it to their parents, and then they give it to somebody else, and then the cycle continues. But yeah, so that's that. So some places school has started, so hopefully you have a good school year and study up, and get good grades and don't do drugs. That's all I gotta say about that. So just do what you gotta do to get your education, and pretty soon you're gonna be having some off days. Rosh Hashanah is this weekend. I got Rosh Hashanah coming up this weekend, and then I think the week after next is Yom Kippur. I think it's maybe I might be mixing them up. I don't know. But the Jewish holidays are coming this weekend and next weekend, I believe. Fall begins on Tuesday. The autumnal equinox will be on Tuesday. So I think we get equal days. Not equal days. I think we get equal days of daylight and sunlight, of daylight and nighttime. I think the sun goes up at a certain time, and the sun goes down at the same time. But I think I'm not sure. But yeah, fall weather's coming. It's gonna be cold here in the Northeast, and then by next week it's back up to 80. So summer's kind of holding on, but it usually gets really about the 50s and 60s about October, late October, early November. and then it gets really cold when December and January hit, when winter comes. So yeah, so we almost gonna be talking about Halloween. Got Columbus Day coming up. We got Thanksgiving coming up. The elections coming up in a couple weeks. Vote for Trump, so we don't get destroyed. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. So, and then later on, we got, like I said, Thanksgiving. Then we got Christmas Eve. We got Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. The beginning of 2021. Thankfully, we're hopefully ending this year on a good note and not a bad note. The Thanksgiving parade is going to be virtual for the first time ever, which I think is stupid. But it is what it is. Thank you, De Blasio, you fucking prick. So they're gonna cancel. They canceled the Macy's parade going. No, there's nothing there. It's gonna be virtual. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna have the people on the floats and on the boat be in the studio, or they're gonna actually go down the same route they usually go down, but like nobody will see it because they'll be virtual. So be like online or on NBCnews.com or whatever. We're not gonna see it on Channel 2 and Channel 4. It sucks. And we're not gonna get it. I don't think we're not getting a tree lighting, which sucks. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. That's not gonna happen on TV. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. And New Year's Eve. When New Year's Eve hits, nobody's going to be in Times Square to see the ball drop, because I think that's going to be virtual. So everything's going to be virtual because we're not going to get a million people in freaking Times Square during this fucking pandemic, because what will happen. A million people will get the fucking coronavirus. And then we're really up a creek. We're back at square one. So, yeah. So I think it's best that we... that New Year's, they drop the ball virtually. They do. I really don't like. I really would like to see the Macy's parade, live going down Times Square and everything, but that's not going to happen, and that's pretty much it. Sucks. I have 4 Zoom meetings a day, 1 hour or more. Oh, that sucks. Do you have to log into the same Zoom meeting, or they give you like an email or something like that? I don't know. I don't use Zoom. When I go to my doctor, I go see my doctor face to face. Except for my therapist, I get my therapist and my psychiatrist. I talk to on the phone. They're still charging me. I don't know why. I can't go to the office and pay him a copay. They're still charging me up the wazoo. Supposedly I have MetroPlus Medicaid, and Medicaid's taking care of it. But I only have what I have now, my insurance up until December, when I gotta renew it. And yeah, so when Rosa gets back, I have to go to the hospital and get all these bills I have piled up. Gotta get it taken care of somehow. But because I waited too long, and I racked up a big bill because I didn't go over to the insurance office to get it fixed. Probably gonna be, it's gonna be hard to get it fixed, and we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, 4 meetings a day, 1 hour or more, just kind of that sucks. But it is what it is. It's beautiful in the fall where I live down south. I can't wait for Halloween events. Also, my birthday is in October. I have a lot to keep me motivated until then. Oh, that's pretty nice. When in October, my dad's birthday is in October as well, at the end of October. So, and Kelly Osbourne's birthday is the same day as my dad. So that's that's awesome. So I share, my dad shares the same birth month as Kelly Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. I share the same birth month with Ozzy, my uncle, for one of my uncles, and me and Lemmy Kilmeister have the same birthday, December the 24th. So I'm up there with legends. Besides my family, in there. So that's all I gotta say about that. So if I don't hear from you before your birthday, happy birthday. That's all I gotta say about that. My buddy Nick Infante 92 in the chat. He says hi. Said, what's up, Nick? Sloppy Joe, I'd love to stay, but I have to get more than 6 hours of sleep for tomorrow. Good night. All right, good night. Good night, Sloppy Joe. Good night. Thank you for coming in. And yeah. I don't have to be in work till 5:30 tomorrow, so I can stay up all night. I mean, last night I was up a creek. And you saw me when if you saw my AEW video, I had to take 2 breaks because I had to take a shit. Because my stomach was killing me. And, I didn't really get to sleep till about almost 7 a.m. this morning. And then I had like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. So basically on 2 hours of sleep. And then I had a psychiatrist, I had a therapy appointment with my therapist. And then I went to do some errands for a couple hours. I came back. It was about 3. I came back. It was around 3:30, and just got in the house, and I went right to sleep because I almost fell asleep on the bus. Thankfully, I woke up and I didn't get off at the last stop because I did that before. I went to sleep and the bus driver told me like the last stop. I was like, well, last stop. I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep. So thankfully I got off at the stop after where I get off from my house. So then I had to walk back to my house, which is like a block and a half, like 2.5 blocks away. So that was all right. So I got in, then I went right. I took a nap. Didn't get up to about 7 o'clock. Then my girlfriend called saying she went to Cracker Barrel. That bitch. But so yeah, my girlfriend went to Cracker Barrel with our God's grandson and her daughter. She's in Florida now. She's still in Florida for another week or so. She'll be back. She's coming back at the end of the month because she has an appointment, a doctor appointment on October the 1st. So I'll see her maybe for a couple of days. I don't think she'll probably come back the 28th or 29th, and then she'll rest on the 30th, and then the 31st. On October 1st, she'll go to a doctor appointment, and they'll go with her because I might have to. Actually, I'm not going to be able to go with her to an appointment, so she's going to go by herself, and then we're going to meet up after her doctor appointment. We're going to meet up, and then we're going to go to lunch, and then we're just going to spend the rest of that day in the house. Doing some stuff, maybe moving my desk over here back to where it was. I don't know if we're gonna do it that day or we're just gonna leave it here, and then maybe her sister can come over when she's here and fix the desktop and try to get Wi-Fi back on it so I can use the desktop instead of using the laptop. But we'll see what happens with that. But I'm thinking that she's gonna be here for she'll probably come on a Monday or Tuesday and then go back on a Friday or Saturday. Go right back to Florida, which I think is, it sucks. So I'll only see her for a little while, and she's back down in Florida for like 2-3 weeks or for another month. Because right now it's been about a month, since she's been in Florida. It sucks because I'm home alone. I miss her. I want to hold her. I want to, it sucks. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, enough about that bullshit. So that's all I got to say. All right, let's get into NXT. So NXT last night was a pretty okay show. Not a bad show. We had a couple of matches that were pretty good. We had Shotzi Blackheart taking on Io Shirai in a non-title match. We had Breezango taking on Imperium for the tag titles. We had Damian Priest defend the North American title against Timothy Thatcher. And a little bit of storyline progression for next week, as we got a women's battle royale to see who will be the number one contender to Io Shirai's title, which should be defending the title on October the 4th, which is, I thought was the NXT UK one, but now it's back to being the NXT pay-per-view. So after next weekend, which is Clash of Champions, you get another pay-per-view, which is basically an NXT TakeOver. So lots of videos coming your way in the next coming weeks, and that's that. All right, so we start off NXT with the first match, almost 14 and a half minutes. This stemmed from last week when Shotzi was when Robert Stone was trying to steal Shotzi Blackheart's tank, and then Shotzi had an altercation with Robert Stone, and then Aaliyah gets in, and then they brawl in the back, and then they mess up Io's photo shoot, and then Io gets involved, and then they both beat the crap out of Robert Stone and Aaliyah. So I thought they were gonna, and then they had a tag match. I think it was last week. They had the tag match last week where they won, and then Shotzi, gave Io the belt and then yanked it away, and it's like, this is my belt. So we get that. So we get this match non-title. So match is pretty good. It starts off with Shotzi offering a handshake. Io's like, no. She slaps her away. Had a pretty quick start. They're going back and forth with different pins for one count. And then Shotzi gets a couple of near falls with a crucifix pin and all the other stuff. Shotzi puts on a submission that Io broke while she hit the ropes. Shotzi misses a dropkick to the outside. Io hits an Asai moonsault. Heading into break, she hit it and it looked like Shotzi kneeled into it. I thought Shotzi's knees were gonna give out. That didn't look that good, but it still hit it. Come back, Io's still in control. Shotzi comes back, fires off some offense, including a pump knee. Then they go back and forth. Io traps her in a Chris Benoit crossface. Shotzi got the ropes to break the hold. Io tries for a 619. She missed, and Shotzi hits an Insegiri. She hits a running cannonball. It looked like a cannonball. Then she locks Io in a crucifix pin. Almost got a near fall out of that. Then she transitions into cattle mutilation. So somebody's been watching Bryan Danielson and Colt Cabana tapes, but I digress. So she breaks out of that and puts Shotzi on the mat for a near fall. And she starts getting going. She hits the 619. She goes up top, hits a missile drop kick. She goes for the cover. Shotzi kicks out. Shotzi comes back with a super Conrana for a near fall of her own. And they fight on the apron. Shotzi tries for Code Red, and Io got out of it. Hits a sick German suplex on the edge of the apron. Ow. Then Io hit the shotgun corner knees. Then she goes up top, hits that beautiful moonsault of hers I think she calls it over the sun or something like that, over the moon. And she picks up the win in a pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens next week on the program with the number one contenders battle royal to find Io's opponent for TakeOver, which we don't have a name for. I think it'd just be called TakeOver Florida. We don't know what the name of it is. I think we'll find out in the next coming days, but we'll see what happens with that. So we got TakeOver October the 4th. Then we got another one so we got War Games in November during Survivor Series weekend. Then we got another takeover December the 4th, I believe. Let me check. I know it's December. Oops. I think it's December the 6th or December the 13th, because TLC is December the 20th. So probably around the 6th or the 13th, or maybe the 5th or the 12th or the 19th, somewhere in December, I believe, is going to be the last takeover show of the year. And we'll see what happens with that. So next week is basically, not next week. The week after next is going to be the next week is a pre go home show. So we'll see what matches get announced for the show. We'll see Finn Balor. Who Finn Balor faces for the world title. We'll see probably get a tag title match with whoever wins the tag title match last night, and maybe a North American title match with Priest if he holds on to the title on the show. But we'll see what happens, and that's pretty much it. And maybe like I said, the women's match, Io facing whoever wins the Battle Royal, which should be a pretty good battle royal. We got Dakota Kai, Kaden Carter, Casey Catanzaro, Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, Raquel Gonzalez, all the women that are in there. Shotzi will be in it. Aaliyah will be in it. I think Mercedes Martinez and Rhea Ripley will be in it. But basically, all the women on the roster will be in there. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be like maybe a 15 to 20 woman battle royale to see who becomes Io's next opponent for next week for takeover. And that's what I gotta say about that. All right, then we get to your squash match of the week. Desmond Troy, otherwise known as Desmond Dejournay, changed his name to a better name. He takes on the Psycho Killer. Tommaso Ciampa comes out with a nice, sick Slipknot-like mask. Ciampa beat the crap out of this guy, whipped his ass, and he just basically beat him up. He does the slingshot thing like he did to Jake Atlas a couple weeks ago when he laid him out under the ring, and he slingshot him right into the ring, and they had to take him out on a stretcher, and then he hits the Widow's Bell off the stretcher and basically like Jake Atlas out. So he does the same thing, but only this time he uses the bottom turnbuckle. And I think Mr. Desmond Troy probably broke his nose. So I don't know what happened. He was just grabbing his nose. So maybe a broken nose or something. Then he locks in the Widow's Bell, hits the draping DDT. 1, 2, 3. Ciampa picks up the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. Is what it is, and that's that. Afterwards, Ciampa goes to use a chair to finish Desmond Troy off, but Jake Atlas shows up on the ramp and interrupts. He said, "You could attack him from behind, but he's not a coward. He knows Ciampa is dangerous because he's been at the top of the food chain, but he says it's his turn to eat, so he challenges to a match next week. That should be pretty good. Not bad, but we'll see what happens with that. So next week, Tommaso Ciampa and Jake Atlas go at it. We'll see what happens, and that's that. So I give the Aftermath 2 out of 5 stars, and that's that. So we move on. All right, then we get a video of the new NXT World Champion Finn Balor, who talks about being champion 4 years apart because he won in 2016 at Beast of the East in Japan over as he beat Kevin Owens in a ladder match. And 4 years later, he's now this two-time NXT World Champion by defeating Adam Cole. And how he talks about how NXT is different from then to now. He no longer needs the brand. He made NXT, and he's the start. Since he holds the NXT title, it's the most important title. They show Walter and the UK title. It says it doesn't matter if it's Walter, it doesn't matter if it's Drew McIntyre with the WWE title or Roman Reigns with the Universal title. People need a fight to get a shot, and the line starts here. So I guess that's why the queue starts here. But so Finn Balor, nice little promo, basically saying I'm the best champion of them all. But we'll see what happens with that. And we'll see who he faces at TakeOver for the NXT World title in his first defense of the title. So probably not going to be Adam Cole, but we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Let me move on. All right, then we get to match number 2, Austin Theory with an open challenge. But first, he cuts a promo, talk about that he's a first ballot future Hall of Famer. I don't think so. Talks about Bronson Reed beating him last week was a fluke. Then he issues another open challenge. He says, "I'm going to prove that I'm the best," and prove that last week was not a fluke. Blah blah blah. And then out comes Kushida with no music, no Titantron, nothing. Just comes out and drop kicks Theory to the outside. So we get to the match, and we find out that Kushida put the Velveteen Dream on the injury list, as the Dream has a severe hyperextended shoulder, left, I think it's right shoulder or left shoulder. So Dream's gonna be out for like a couple of weeks. So that feud's not gonna start till probably maybe late October, November, maybe at the next TakeOver show, or maybe at December, who knows. Anyway, so Dream's on the list again. Is what it is. Basically beats the crap out of Austin Theory for a little bit. Hits a cartwheel dropkick and a handspring kick, sending Theory to the outside. Theory hits his arm on the ring post, and Kushida hits a single arm DDT on the outside. Then he stomps on Theory's face and applies the hoverboard lock, and Austin Theory had no choice but to tap out and picks up the win. Match was all right. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Kushida refuses to break the hold, but eventually he does, trying to do what he did to the Dream and mess up Austin Theory's arm, put him on the shelf. So I like this new side of Kushida. Like, I've never seen this before. Not even in Japan, when it was with the Time Splitters with Alex Shelley. It didn't show this aggressive side when it was with Junior Heavyweight Champion. They showed this aggressiveness from Kushida. Now he feels like he's a heel now. You know, he's a full-fledged heel now, and he's just basically ripping arms off. You know, so we'll see what happens with Kushida in the next few weeks, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. All right, then we get to a promo with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. They're at their house. Candice says that Tegan Knox was ungrateful for what happened last week, when she basically threw water or wine in Candice's face after Candice threw salad and dressing in on her t-shirt, and then Candice tried to throw something at her, and Tegan moved, and she hits the TV, breaking that into pieces, and Johnny wasn't happy. So you go to Johnny. Johnny shows up. He's pissed off that their TV busted. Said he hasn't gone downstairs in a week, and there's still spaghetti everywhere. And he's talking about getting a 100-inch TV or something like that. He wants to send Tegan a bill for the expensive TV he's going to buy. Like I said, the 100-inch TV. HD. So she says she's going to win the Battle Royal, and Johnny calls the guys in the main event for the North American title frauds. So we'll see what happens with that, and see if Candice gets the title shot or not. But we'll see. And that's that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. And let me just check the chat for a little bit. All right, we're good. And we move on. Chat room's still open if you want to talk. And about NXT, AEW, anything like that. And that's that. All right. We get to the next match for the NXT Tag Team titles. Breezango, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, taking on Imperium, Marcel Barthel, and Fabian Aichner. Stemmed from I believe it was a couple weeks ago. I think the last takeover, or I think it was, I don't remember where they won it at. It was Super Tuesday. I'm not sure. Match was pretty decent, not bad. Starts with Imperium hitting the ring, and they try to before the bell, but the referee had to break everything up. And then when the bell started, Imperium jumps the champs and they start beating up. They isolate Fandango. Fandango tried to come back, but gets cut off by Fabian Aichner. Then they double team Fandango, beating him up, really isolating him. As we go to commercial, we come back. Fandango is able to break free, makes the hot tag to Tyler Breeze, comes in with some kicks and some forearms. And then he hits a super kick on Marcel Barthel, which got a very near fall, which gets broken up by he hits one on Aichner. Barthel broke it up. And then Breeze is launched onto Aichner, who catches him right into a vertical suplex, which was pretty awesome. Then Fandango drags Tyler to the corner, tags himself in using a crossbody to take Imperium outside. Then they hit dueling super kicks on the inside. Fandango misses the last dance leg drop. Aichner hits a release German suplex, but he can't get the win. Fandango comes back with a tornado DDT, opening the door for another hot tag to Tyler Breeze, and they both make the tag to get to their partners. Breeze comes in, misses another blind tag, and they almost hit, and Imperium hits the European bomb, but they go for it, and they almost hit it, and a move is broken up by Fandango. Tyler Breeze counters the Doomsday Device position into a victory roll, 1, 2, 3 to retain the titles. Pretty decent match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And Breezango retains the title. We'll see where they go from here. Like I said, I think they're going to lose the titles to Legado del Fantasma, like Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. So Legado del Fantasma have all the gold, being with Santos Escobar as the Cruiserweight champ, and then Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza as the tag champs. So El Legado del Fantasma will have not all the gold, but most of the gold in their possession, and we'll see what happens with that when it comes. I think, like I said, I think Breezango will face Legado del Fantasma at TakeOver for the tag belts and lose them, and we'll see what happens with Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde as tag team champions. It should be pretty good. We'll see what happens with that. We move on from there. All right, then we get to our next match. Jessi Kamea and Xia Li, the hot Xia Li. Ooh, hot. They take on Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. It was an okay match. Nothing great. Like almost a 4-minute match. Starts with Carter and Xia Li. They go at it with some quick exchanges. Kacy comes in. They double team Xia, which gets capped up by a Catanzaro slingshot senton splash. Xia Li gets the tag to Jessi Kamea, but she falls victim to Catanzaro and Carter with a bunch of kicks. Kamea turns the tide, hits a corner forearm on Catanzaro, and then Xia Li and her start isolating Kacy Catanzaro, which doesn't last that long because Kacy Catanzaro gets the tag to Kayden Carter, comes in firing off some shots, hits a roll through super kick on Xia Li, adds a regular super kick on Jessi Kamea. Then she tags in Kacy for a pump kick into a Samoan drop, and she hits the pump kick, and then I think Kayden Carter hit a Samoan drop, and then Kacy Catanzaro flipped over into like a pinning combination. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. Match is all right. Little filler match before the main event. Not before the main event, before the next match. So it was all right. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and that was that. Afterwards, Kacy and Kayden want to fist bump their opponents. But Xia Li walks away pissed, and that's it. So they end that, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. So we'll see what happens with Xia Li. Maybe she's turning heel. Maybe. Who knows? All right, then we go backstage. Well, outside, we see Drake Maverick. Actually, it is backstage. We see Drake Maverick coming in. He says some stuff about teaming up with Killian Dane, blah, blah, blah. But then we see him backstage as he walks up to Killian Dane. He's like, come on, let's get ready to go. We're up next. Killian Dane basically tells him that just go by yourself. I'm not your partner. I'm not this and that. So you're basically on your own. Forget that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Then we get to a Tegan Knox promo from her house saying that she hasn't changed, even if Candice thinks she has. The Candice that she knew wouldn't sit back and listen to her husband complain about a $200 TV that she broke just to watch himself lose. Ow. She says she's going to win the Battle Royal, and this time everything will be different against Io Shirai. She might win the Battle Royal. I think it's probably going to be Candice LeRae, or maybe the Candice and Tegan will knock each other out. I think it might be Dakota Kai, to be honest with you. I think Dakota Kai will get her rematch that she from I think the last takeover show In Your House, I believe. Not In Your House. The last takeover show, I think it was. And where Io beat her. Even with the help from Raquel Gonzalez, Io still beat her. And I think Dakota Kai will get the victory, become number 1 contender, and then beat Io. Sadly, beat Io for the NXT Women's title at Takeover, and that'll be it for Io's short reign. I think a couple months reign, and that was about it. So we'll see what happens with that next week. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we get to our next match: Drake Maverick and Killian Dane taking on the Undisputed Era of Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong. No Adam Cole. We see a segment with Jake Atlas and getting beat up by Ciampa again on the outside, and then we see Kyle O'Reilly come in for some odd reason. I guess Kyle and Jake Atlas are friends or something like that. I was like, why is Kyle out there? Made no sense to me. But anyway, match was all right. It's also with Bobby. It's also with Drake. Drake comes out, points to the stage. Killian Dane does not come out, as he was warned. Drake decides it would be okay to go at it alone. He gets beat up by Roddy, and the Undisputed Era take turns beating Drake to pieces and enjoying every single second of it. Then we see Killian Dane watching backstage, and he's kind of disappointed in Drake's performance. As we go to break, we come back, same thing's going on. Then we see William Regal come up to Killian Dane, tells him to go do his job. So Killian Dane's like, yes, sir. So he arrives, puts Drake back in the ring before leaving again. Roddy makes a mistake of calling Dane an idiot or like some type of name, like a loser or something like that. Killian Dane turns around. They throw Drake into him, but he avoids him. And then inside the ring, Killian Dane starts beating the crap out of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And then the match ends in a disqualification as Bobby Fish uses a chair on Killian Dane for disqualification. So Drake Maverick and Killian Dane get the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that was it. Afterwards, Drake stops Bobby from using the chair again. They sent the Undisputed Era packing to the back. And then Drake shouts that they're a team. And he shoves Killian Dane, which led to him getting knocked the fuck out. That was that. So that was that. So that's all I got to say about that. And we move on from there. So I gave the Aftermath 2 out of 5 stars. Then we go to break. We find out, we see Jake Atlas interviewed outside about challenging Ciampa. Like I said, he gets jumped by Ciampa. And then Kyle O'Reilly comes over to stop it. And tells Ciampa to save it for next week. So I don't know what's going on with Kyle. Why did he save Jake Atlas? Why wasn't he with Bobby Fish and Kyle and Roddy? Why didn't he just come out with them? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So it's interesting to see. Maybe Jake Atlas and Kyle have some history, or maybe some mutual respect for each other. Maybe because they're in PWG. But we'll see what happens with that. And then we move on. All right, then we hear from the general manager, William Regal. He speaks that we're going to get that are going to be 5 deserving contenders for an NXT title shot next week. He announces a gauntlet elimination match. Basically, 2 men will start, and every 4 minutes, someone new will enter. Elimination can happen by pinfall or submission only, and the winner gets the NXT World Title shot. No word on who's in it, but I expect Adam Cole to be in it. Gargano to be in it. I don't know who else, but maybe Cameron Grimes. I don't know. Maybe Bronson Reed. I don't know. That's the only. That's 4 to 5 people I can think of that'll earn the shot. I don't know who the 5th man will be, but whoever wins will get the title shot at Finn Balor at Takeover. Should be a good match. I think Balor's gonna retain. I don't think Balor's gonna be like a one and done champion. So maybe it'll be Adam Cole in a rematch. Well, really not a rematch of the rematch at Super Tuesday 2. So that could be good. Then again, it could be Finn Balor and Cameron Grimes. It could be Finn Balor and Bronson Reed. It could be Finn Balor and the guy in the concession stand. I don't know. So we get that. So it should be an interesting gauntlet elimination match. So we got a lot of stuff going on next week. They got a gauntlet elimination match. We got the women's battle royale. We got Jake Atlas and Ciampa, and that's pretty much it. So pretty stacked card next week for NXT, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave Regal's announcement 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the main event for the North American title. Damian Priest defending against Timothy Thatcher. Wasn't a bad match. Not that bad. Nice 12, almost 13-minute match. So also with Thatcher immediately trying to take things to the mat, trying to lock in that Fujiwara armbar, but Damian used his quickness to combat it, sending Thatcher into the corner. Then we see Priest get the upper hand until Thatcher goes for a headlock. They get up and they start going back and forth. Thatcher throwing some uppercuts to Priest's forearm. Then they take it outside. Thatcher blocks a pile driver, or look like a powerbomb type move. Sends him into steel steps before hits a suplex on the floor as we go to commercial. And then we go to picture. Thatcher's controlled by keeping things on the mat. Priest fights back when we come back from commercial by hitting some strikes. Then Thatcher smacks Damian in the face, which kind of pissed off Damian. He starts beating him up with kicks, a forearm, and a clothesline. He has a corner jumping elbow and a tossing Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Then he hits some pump kicks, but Thatcher avoids his springboard somersault. He tries for the Fujiwara armbar, but Priest is blocking it. And he succeeds at blocking it. They're back to striking each other back and forth. Thatcher catches a kick, eats a slap, and wants the submission again. But again, Damian blocks it, but he ends up in a half crab. Priest gets out of it, but ends up in the Fujiwara armbar, and looks like Thatcher was about to win the title. But Damian used his long legs to get to the ropes, and Thatcher had to break the hold. Then he comes back with a jumping flatliner and a sit-out choke slam for a near fall. Then he goes to the top rope with a spinning heel kick, and then he picks up Thatcher from behind, knocks his head, hits the reverse crossroads or the reckoning. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest retains the North American title. Match was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that ends NXT for last night. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, pretty decent show. Not great. So I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. The ratings are out. And once again, AEW won. They didn't get 1 million views this time. But they won the Wednesday Night War with 886,000 views and a 0.34 demo, winning the demo again, and finishing 3rd for the night on cable. 3rd, that's pretty good. NXT drew 689,000 with a 0.18 demo and finished 31st for the night. And this is the first time that AEW and NXT went head-to-head since August the 12th. So we're going to get more of this next week on Wednesday night, the 23rd. The 24th, I should say. So we get that. So we're going to end. We're not going to end September off yet. We got 2 more weeks to end September. So next week should be a good show. We got a lot of action on AEW. I got Brody Lee taking on Orange Cassidy for the TNT title. We've got some other matches on the show. Chris Jericho's going to be in action. Lots of things going on as they lead up until the 14th anniversary show. Excuse me, the 1 year anniversary show on October the 14th. NXT got a pretty stacked show. We got the Gauntlet elimination match to see who faces Finn Balor at TakeOver. We got the Battle Royale for the women. See who faces Io for the belts for the NXT Women's title. And we'll see what happens with Damian Priest. Maybe he'll defend the belt. We got Jake Atlas and Tommaso Ciampa. That should be a slobber knocker. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So AEW once again wins the Wednesday Night War with 889,000 views to NXT 639,000 if I was mistaken, but it is what it is. So AEW wins the Wednesday Night War this week, and we'll see what happens next week with NXT and AEW. And like always, I will be here on this channel to give you my thoughts and opinions, and that's pretty much it. All right, we're going to end the show with my good buddy Alejandro Cazza. I haven't seen him in a while, so he says hi. So he's had problems with his internet. Okay. I've had problems with my internet too, not on my laptop, but my desktop over here. Somehow the Wi-Fi went off, so that's why I'm doing the video from here and not over here. But I'm coming from this way, so I'm gonna eventually get it fixed. I don't know how I'm gonna get it fixed, but it is what it is. So I understand your problems too. So, but thank you for joining in, and hopefully you can join me tomorrow night for my SmackDown review on the Killer Demons channel. So that's that. He says NXT was interesting. The Balor era began, and the championship fights were regular but normal. Yeah, Damian Priest, the North American title match was all right. The tag team title match was okay. That was basically it. Io versus Shotzi was okay. Killian Dane and Drake Maverick versus Bobby Fish and Roddy was okay. It was kind of corny, but it was what it was. And then Ciampa beating the crap out of Desmond Troy or Desmond Dejournay, whatever you want to call him. That match was kind of boring. Filler match. And then the women's match with Kaden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro against Jessi Kamea and Xia Li. That was kind of blah. I didn't really like it. So that was it. So and that's that. I'm surprised AEW won again. It means people are tired of the WWE. Yep, I think so. You know, sucks it didn't get 1 million views, but we'll see. Maybe next week it'll get close to 1 million views. Maybe get not over 900,000 views, maybe, and be number 2 or number 1 in the ratings for the night on Wednesday night. But like I said, the Western the playoffs, the basketball playoffs are in the Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals, so gonna be going up against that, and then going up against baseball the last week of the season. So got that. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning the Eastern Conference Finals, being the Icelanders. Thank you. Kick them out. Spanish Archer them. And so they're going on to the Stanley Cup playoffs, which I believe begin this weekend. I think Saturday or Sunday in Game 1 against the Dallas Stars. And we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Tampa Bay can win the Stanley Cup again like they did a couple of years ago. So we'll see what happens. But Dallas is a formidable team. I think it'll be a good series. I think it'll go 6, mate. I think it's not gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go 7. I think it's gonna go 6. And I'm gonna pick the Dallas Stars to win. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm picking Tampa Bay to win. So I think Tampa Bay will win the Stanley Cup in 6 games over the Dallas Stars. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. And after that, we got a nice little off season for hockey. I think preseason will start in late November, but next season starts in December of this year. So I think they're gonna have I don't know how many game season, like maybe not an 82 game season. I think it's gonna be like a 60 game season, somewhere around there, 40 to 60 game season from December to about after around Easter. Probably after Easter, probably early April. Then they're gonna start the the playoffs in mid-April. They're going to go do a little bit of May, and I think the Stanley Cup playoffs will end sometime in early to mid-May, maybe late May. Who knows? I don't know how it's going to be, how they're going to play. I really don't know what's going to happen with hockey next season, if they're going to do the same thing what they're doing with the playoffs, playing Edmonton and playing Toronto or Ottawa, wherever they were playing in Canada, or they're going to, I don't know what's going to happen, because really the Rangers can't face Montreal, they can't face Ottawa, they can't face the Vancouver. All the teams in Canada can't come down into the States, so I don't know how it's going to work out. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks and couple of months with hockey. Football is doing okay. You know, week 1 down, nothing of the here from COVID or anything. So that's pretty nice. So gearing up for week 2, we got tonight was the Cleveland Browns and the Bengals. I really could care less about that game. I think the Browns would have won anyway, but who knows? Who cares? Both teams suck. And that's that. Then this Sunday we got the Niners against the Jets. Who to root for? Because I love both teams, but I'm gonna pick the Niners to win. I got the Giants and the Bears as well. That should be a good game. And we got Sunday Night Football. Then we got Monday Night Football on Monday, and that's that for week 2. And like I said, next weekend, baseball will end. The new look playoffs will start. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we got one more comment. We're gonna finish off. Russian Muscle Man says, "What a game today!" I guess he was talking about the. I guess you're talking about the Bengals and the Browns. I don't know. Oof! I tell you. Mm-hmm. Oof. What was the score before a close-up shot? Maybe with the Bengals and the Browns, but I'll look it up anyway. I don't want to, take too much time anyway. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. 6 out of 10 stars for NXT. It was a pretty decent show, and we'll see what happens next week on the Wednesday Night War for AEW and NXT. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, we got SmackDown. We got the Boss making an appearance. I don't know if it's going to be via satellite or she's going to be actually at the Thunderdome to address Bayley. I heard we got a Samoan street fight with Roman Reigns, Mr. Cockfist himself, the Universal Champ, teaming up with Jey Uso against Sheamus and Baron Corbin. Should be all right. I think the logical winner there, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Roman turns on his cousin. Who knows? As they lead up until the Clash, which is next Sunday. So we'll see what happens with that, and some more storyline progression for the matches that'll be announced for the Clash. So get some storyline progression to get through Friday. Then we got Monday Night Raw, the go-home show before next week's Clash of Champions, and then on next Friday night SmackDown, we got the go-home show for that. So some good stuff coming your way. Some more videos. As always, I'll be here every step of the way. But you guys got to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload, and we'll get that out to get the videos out to you. That's that. So thank you to Russian Muscle Man. Browns won 35-30. I guess a pretty good game from what you say. So not that I'm gonna watch it or anything. I didn't watch the game, so I don't care less. At least I got the Browns to win. So I'm 1-0 in my picks. So that's pretty good. So thank you for that. Thank you, Russian Muscle Man, for coming in the chat. Thank you to Alejandro Klasa for coming in the chat, and my good buddy Nick Infante 92 and Slap It Joe for coming in the chat. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. 6 out of 10 stars for NXT. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to all my channels. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, for my SmackDown review. Probably around 1:30, somewhere out there. I'm going to try get it up hopefully before 2 o'clock. And that's it. Thank you to Russian Muscle Man for following me on Twitter. Whoever you may be, thank you for that. And that's that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say about that. You don't like it, get the fuck off my channel. Go fuck yourself. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off for this Thursday night. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow on the Killer Demons channel. I'm out. Peace, bitches.